Those days. I remember those days.
Hello, Vinyl community. This is Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. Today's adventure is I'm throwing my hat into the ring for a contest. I generally don't do contests, but this is such a kind of a fun one, and it's hosted by my good friend Sam St. John. Sam is pushing for 800 subscribers. I think Matthew Street over on his channel mentioned that he should have over 1,000 subscribers. I agree. Sam is good people. He's got really good musical taste, and he's always got some interesting things to say. And so if you haven't, which I'm sure if you're probably watching my channel, you probably have, gone over and subscribed to Sam's channel. And if you haven't, do it. While you're at it, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. I always love the comment section. Try to respond to everyone when they comment. So Sam's topic, his contest, is a Gimme 5. Gimme 5 albums that is kind of more for like probably regular VC people, but Gimme 5 albums that people may be surprised that you have, maybe some surprises in your collection. So the idea is that these are 5 albums that you probably don't talk about very much, or artists that you don't talk about very much. And so, you know, followers of my channel, we all tend to have our regular sort of topics that come up all the time and people that we talk about. So I kind of flipped through some of my records and I found 5 that I don't really ever talk about, but they're artists that I like and that I enjoy, and for different reasons. So it's going to be a pretty quick video, but it's Gimme 5 surprises from your album collection. I'm going to start with this one. This is Linda Ronstadt. Linda's albums are very common. She was a big selling artist. This is probably my favorite album of hers, Heart Like a Wheel. You know, it's just a solid record. I'll flip it over here for you. But Linda, one of the great singers. There's nothing I can really add to the Linda Ronstadt story. I mean, she's a beloved artist. This album came out in 74, produced by Peter Asher, as we all know and love from his connection to the Beatles, Peter and Gordon. But this is just a really solid album. It's got stuff like Dark End of the Street, Heart Like a Wheel, the title track by Anna McGarrigle, You're No Good, which was a big hit. You know, a lot of great songwriters on here. Willin, her version of Willin. And so it's a solid record, solid listen. And if you want to start with anything with Linda Ronstadt, that's always a good starting place. Another artist that I don't really talk about a lot, and I don't really discuss a whole lot of blues music, but I love blues music. I'm from Mississippi. I've done a couple of Blues Trail Marker videos. But this album, Junior Kimbrough and the Soul Blues Boys, All Night Long. This album, produced by Robert Palmer, not the singer Robert Palmer. This was an album that was recorded at Junior's juke joint there in Mississippi. This is Hill Country Blues, a little different than Delta Blues, which a lot of people are familiar with. Delta Blues really defined by people like B.B. King, kind of practicing that. This blues is more sort of droning, and it's based a lot in the rhythm. But this album was just mind-blowing to me. When I first heard it, I heard it on one of those listening stations in the music store, and I remember I kind of closed my eyes, put the headphones on. I don't know what or how. This is one of those things. It's a story, but I ended up being moved physically from one spot to another when I opened my eyes. Powerful, just powerful music. Junior Kimbrough and the Soul Blues Boys, All Night Long, on the Fat Possum record label. And this album is just superb. Just a great blues album. I love that raw hill country blues sound. Another artist that I've kind of discovered in my older age, that I appreciate more than I probably did when I was younger. And I like his songwriting. I love his delivery. There's almost two versions, but Bob Seger, this is Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. This is the album Night Moves, which is probably his best album commercially. But a lot of big hits on this album. The title track, Night Moves, of course, Rock and Roll Never Forgets. There's just so many good songs. Fire Down Below. Great tracks. Seeger kind of went from this Detroit sort of, kind of edgy, kind of counterculture type artist and went more mainstream by the late 70s. The live act really put him on the map, incessant touring, playing kind of this sort of working man's rock and roll. It's easy to groan at Bob Seger, and some of you probably are. But I really just enjoy the songs. He's a great singer, and it may be a little cheesy, but I enjoy the music of Bob Seger. Another thing about this album is I remember back when I was a kid, my mom got she did one of those Columbia cassette club things, and this was one of the cassettes she got, and we had it in the car, and so we listened to this album a lot when I was a kid, so there's a little bit of nostalgia. The same thing with this next artist, somebody I kind of grew up with, is Hank Williams Jr. All right, let me let you guys get your eye rolling out of the way. Hank Williams Jr., seriously, I love Hank Williams Sr., the dad. Junior has had an interesting career, and I'm not going to get into the politics of Hank Williams Jr., but, take it or leave it. Most people could leave it. But Hank Jr. really was one of the early guys. He got together with the Leonard Skinner guys and some of those Southern rockers and kind of carved a name for himself. He started out, he was just kind of doing his dad's stuff. He fell off the side of a mountain, underwent some severe plastic surgery that reconstructed his face. He grew a beard, put on a hat, some sunglasses, and sort of created a whole new persona. Kind of boisterous and all that stuff. But, in the mid late 80s when I was a kid and listening to quote unquote country music, country radio, this guy was everywhere. And these songs like, Family Tradition and Old Habits and All My Rowdy Friends Have Settled Down, A Country Boy Can't Survive. Those are all like, anthemic, huge songs. So Hank Williams Jr., some of those records really still hold a place in my heart. And finally, the last one, a surprise artist in my collection, is also an artist primarily from the 80s. This album in particular, Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. I fell in love with Cyndi in the early 80s, and when this album came out, she was different. She was kind of cool. She's got a great set of pipes. I love sort of the new wave, sort of kind of semi-punk thing. Also being a wrestling fan, all of those things tied in. This album had 5 top 10 hits. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, of course, being the big one. Money Changes Everything, She Bop, Time After Time, and All Through the Night. Just had a crush on Cyndi. And this album just, I adore it. But in addition to those hits, it had stuff like When You Were Mine, written by Prince. Witness. There's just, this is a solid record. And I love it. It's just easily just a top record for me, and always will be. But Cyndi Lauper. So those are my Gimme 5 surprises. Maybe some of you aren't surprised. Some of you probably are going, Tommy, we knew this about you all along, which is cool. I hope you do. I mean, that's the whole idea behind these channels, is that you kind of get to know the people who make these videos. You get to know our taste. You get to know what we love, what we kind of don't know about, all those things. But those are 5 that I don't think I've ever really talked about extensively. But they're 5 that I really enjoy. And so now it's your turn to make a video. It's your turn to subscribe to Sam's channel, Sam St. John. Link down below in the description to his channel. Go over there, subscribe, do a response. Put your response in his comments so he'll know, and you can get entered into the contest for an Amazon gift card. But like I said, be sure you're subscribed. Don't just go willy-nilly all entering contests and not subscribe to the channel. What's the point of that? So get over there, do that, participate. Comment down below here. Give me 5. Thanks, Sam, for hosting this. And good luck to everybody that enters. That's all I've got for you. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.